These two blocks are identical, same shape, same material, same heating resistor. The only difference is color. Both receive the same heating energy, but here's the first surprise. The one on the left is cooler than the other. Yet, if we look through a thermal camera, we unexpectedly see the hotel block apparently colder, with the exception of that tiny spot. Why? The answer lies in blackbody radiation, and it will change the way you see heat and how you measure it. Blackbody radiation starts from a simple idea: hot objects glow. In the 19th century, physicists modeled the simple possible radiator, a perfect absorber and emitter of radiation, the blackbody. Imagine a furnace with a tiny hole. Nothing comes out unless it's glowing inside. And with his studies on blackbody radiation, Kirchhoff, hello Gustav, showed that the emitter radiation is equal to the absorbed radiation at the same temperature and wavelength. Emissivity is an intensive property of every material, which goes from 0 for perfect reflectors to 1 for perfect blackbodies. Later, Joseph Stefan and Ludwig Boltzmann discovered the law that relates the radiative power with temperature, so plugging the emissivity into that formula gives the radiative power for each kind of material. To demonstrate how blackbody radiation affects our projects and indeed our everyday life, I used two aluminum blocks. They are far from to be perfect blackbodies, but close enough to show how temperature measurements work on real objects. On the bottom of each block, I mounted a power resistor, the heat source that would be connected to a lab power supply. These are metal-clad precision 100 ohm 1% resistors. The resistors are fastened with equal torque and a thin layer of thermal grease to minimize contact irregularities. One block I left shiny, polishing the surface to an almost mirror finish, except for a tiny spot painted with a high-temperature matte black paint. The other block I painted completely matte black, just masking only where the resistor will be mounted. It's important to note that the spread layer is very thin, so it won't introduce any meaningful thermal resistance. And after soldering the wires connecting them in parallel, the two blocks are ready for the experiment. To complete the experiment, I used this thermal camera from Topdon. And for full disclosure, they sent it to me for free in exchange for featuring it. But with no strings attached, so I'm free to say what I want. It comes in a simple blister pack with just this quick start sheet. The full manual is available online, though I couldn't find the link from the product page. I actually suggested they add it so it matches the QR code printed on the package. One limitation I noticed is that it doesn't remember the temperature range between uses. That aside, it's still a good bang for the buck. The sensor resolution is 128 by 128 and the software doubles it, giving a reasonably clear thermal image. It also has some professional features like the ability to set custom emissivity, which come in really handy for this experiment. Now let's understand what's happening with the two blocks we saw at the beginning. Here's the setup. Both blocks rest on a wooden board on the lab bench with almost no airflow except from the natural draft from their own heat. The resistors are wired in parallel, so they share the same voltage, and since the resistances match, they carry the same current. A thermocouple is inserted into a small grease-filled hole in each block to get accurate temperature readings. The difference comes from the surface. The black painted block behaves more like a black body. It absorbs heat from the surroundings and radiates its own heat efficiently. The shiny block, however, does something surprising. It reflects hot not just from the room, but even from inside itself. That trapped radiation makes it harder for the block to release the heat generated by the resistor, so it stays hotter. That's why we see such a striking temperature difference. And here's the twist: when you look through a thermal camera, the shiny block appears colder than the black one, even though it's actually hotter. This shows how surface properties, the emissivity factor, can completely fool contactless measurements. And it's not just thermal cameras. Any infrared thermometer works on the same principle and can be similarly tricked. They don't really see temperature, they see radiation. So it's important to adjust the emissivity to match the surface you're measuring. With some trial and error, and assuming the camera's readings are accurate, I found the black block has an emissivity of about 0.91.
Yeah, the temperature is under 34.
While the polished block has an emissivity of about 0.1. Though I'm not super sure about the accuracy of the instrument in applying the emissivity when correcting with the emissivity. Another important point is to read perpendicularly with the surface to be read, because with the reflective material you can be fooled by the reflection of surrounding objects, like in this case when I read literally I have a very high temperature because it is reflected by the nearby piece. Anyway, bottom line here is you have to be careful when using a thermal camera or even an infrared thermometer, because emissivity could jeopardize your measurements. you stuck with me up to this point, I've got a bonus for you, a thought experiment. We've seen that shiny mirror-like surfaces reflect heat both from the outside and from the inside. And nothing shines like molten metal, right? Even better if it's a great reflector like gold. So imagine a blob of molten gold floating in deep space. Out there in the vacuum, nothing can touch it. Nothing can carry heat away. Only radiation could cool it down. But if our golden blob reflects almost everything, including its own heat, could it stay molten forever? What's your take? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And with that puzzle, I'll leave you until the next video. Hope you enjoyed it, and if so, hit the thumbs up icon and maybe subscribe to the channel. And for now, that's all, folks. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye!